Hey, what's going on, guys? Here at Galaxy Games, Tyler Kaminsky's recording behind the camera, so thank you to him. Today I'll be profiling my Gem-Knights, which I actually got second place at Locals with, which is really awesome. My first time piloting the deck, so we're going to get right into it. So starting off with the normal monsters, we have the 2 Gem-Knight Garnet and 2 Gem-Knight Lapis. Lapis you need for Lady Lapis Lazuli, and then Garnet you need for the Gem-Knight Ruby, so that's the reason why I play those. And the other normal monster is the 2 Gem-Knight Amber. It's a Gem-Knight, so it acts as a normal monster on field and in graveyard. And I played a ratio of 2-2-2 for 6 normal monsters because you have the free Obsidian and the free Lazuli that recycle normal monsters back. So it's a nice balanced ratio of 6-6. And with Amber's effect, when it's had its effect by Gem-Knight, when it's normal summoned, you can discard a Gem-Knight card from hand and then add back a banished Gem-Knight monster. So it's just basically a card that lets you go more plus and lets you extend your combos. Then to bring back our normal monsters, we have the free Obsidian and the free Lazuli. Obsidian, if it's sent from hand to graveyard, you can just spell summon back a normal monster. And then Lazuli, if it's sent by a card effect, you can add a normal monster back from grave back to hand. Then we have the 2 Gem-Armadillo. It's unfortunate this card isn't Gem-Knight Armadillo because it would just make this deck better, but it searches out any of your Gem-Knights on normal summon. Only play 2 because it's unfortunately not a Gem-Knight, but it's level 4 for your rank 4s and also a rock monster for Zirconia. Then we have the 1 Crystal Rose. It is a light monster for Seraphinite, rock monster for Zirconia. And it has a cool effect to where on field, once per turn, you can send a Gem-Knight monster from deck to grave, and then it copies its name until the end phase, so it can help you go into like your other fusions and get a Lazuli effect, etc. And then when it's in graveyard, you can banish a fusion monster from grave and just bring it back to the field. So it's a nice little plus monster. It's your way of going to Seraphinite if you need to, but just only important enough to play at 1. And then for the last monster, I main deck the 2 Denkos because back row is this deck's worst nightmare, and this deck wants to OTK as quick as possible, so Denko is just good for that. For spells, we have the standard 9 fusions, the free Gem-Knight fusion, free Brilliant fusion, and the free Absorb fusion. So the unfortunate thing with this deck is that basically between this and this, you only have 6 Gem-Knight fusions. And if you don't have Gem-Knight fusion, you basically just can't play with this deck, which I ran into today, where I had a game where I desired back-to-back turns and still did not draw either a Gem-Knight fusion or an Absorb fusion. So you do have bad luck with this deck sometimes, but you play the maximum amount of fusions as you can to get to this, and then Brilliant fusion is just really broken in this deck. Send free Gem-Knights, summon your big Lady Brilliant Diamond, and then get Lazuli's effects to add back normal monsters. It's just too good. Then for draw power, the free Into the Void, because again this deck is aggressive, you just need more cards, you need to dig deeper into your deck to get the Gem-Knight fusion. The 2 Paw Desires, and then the 1 Upstart Goblin. Most of your OTKs are at least 9,000 damage, so it doesn't really hurt you any.
Hoban would be proud.
Yes, Hoban would be very proud. 2 Unexpected Dai. This is good if you see it in your opening hand. Just summon out a normal monster from your deck. It is kind of a dead draw if you draw it off of your draw cards after you have a monster on board, so that's why I only played 2. The 2 Twin Twisters, side the third. I like the ratio of 2-2 between Denko and Twin Twisters. Just basically, again, back row sucks for this deck. Then the 2 Dark Hole and 1 Raigeki. This deck wants to OTK, and unlike Cubics, it has a harder time OTKing past the board of monsters, so you do need the board wipes to sometimes get those OTKs. And then for the final main deck card, we have the 1 Foolish Burial. Really good for sending Lazuli from deck to grave to get its effect, or you can just send a normal monster to set up your grave and go with your combos. So it's 40 card main deck. For the extra, we have the 2 Lady Brilliant Diamond, easily the best Gem-Knight. It does take 3 of her to make, but it's well worth it. She's very prone to attack, and then with her effect, you contribute any Gem-Knight monster you control, including yourself, to summon any of your other Gem-Knight fusion monsters from your extra deck, ignoring their summoning conditions for free. So this basically replaces itself, or you can sack off one of your other Gem-Knights to bring out anything you want. So it's just really, really good. Then we have the 1 Lady Lapis Lazuli. Once per turn, you can send a Gem-Knight monster from your main deck or extra deck to grave, and then burn your opponent for 500 times the amount of special summon monsters on the field. So you can burn anywhere from 500 all the way to 5,000 damage. And I have actually won game before with chest to burn damage off of this and Master Diamond, which is really cool. And then, of course, you send a Lazuli to get the effect off of Lazuli, so just a really good card. Then the one Master Diamond here to copy the effect of Lady Lapis Lazuli for more burn damage. You can either summon it naturally, or you can summon it off of the Lady Brilliant Diamond to get the extra burn.
What he's trying to get here is he just loves burn damage.
Yeah, I do love my burn damage, especially when I can work it into a fusion deck like this. The 2 Zirconia, it's your easiest one to make because it just requires a Gem-Knight and a rock. It's where Armadillo comes in. Also, it is a level 8, so you can go into a rank 8 play occasionally, which is pretty cool, and it's a nice 2900 beater. The 1 Prismaura requires a Gem-Knight plus a Thunder. Basically, you just send a Gem-Knight from hand to grave, or Gem-Knight Fusion as well, and then you can destroy a face-up card in the field. So it's useful for like getting over just annoying scales or just annoying face-up cards. The 1 Ruby, this can be used to swing over really big things. Requires a Gem-Knight plus a Garnet, and then with its effect you can tribute another Gem-Knight and then pump him up by the attack of that monster you tributed. So this thing can get really big really quickly. It starts out at 2,500 on its own. Then finally the 1 Seraphinite. Oddly enough, you do not make this as much in Gem-Knights as other decks do to play Brilliant Fusion, which is kind of funny, but you play a Seraphinite because you can sometimes use the extra normal summon, and it's a good card. For Xyz, rank 4s, we have Castel and Diamond Dyer for general removal. The Utopia and Lightning if we need to get over a battle phase effect or we just need an extra damage per game. Then for a rank 5, with Lady Lapis Lazuli and the Seraphinite, we have the 1 Artifact Durendal. I actually have had to play it come up a couple times and have made it. It could be nice going first. It can be nice if you just fear back row and you want to use Durendal to just negate that. So yeah. And then the 1 Hope Harbringer, another really good card, going first or just in general with 2 Zirconias.
The basic staple rank 8.
Yep. For the side, we have the triple Gameciel. Just need any kind of kaiju to tribute over an annoying monster, and he's the weakest, so that's why I play him.
Just forget your wall you built.
Yeah, exactly. 2 Artifact Lancea, good against the Paranoids, good against the Invoked as well to stop their fusion play. The 3rd Denko inside in case I'm going against something like Paleozoics or Tyler's Gravekeepers, I can set 5. Or my barrier statues.
Evil.
Yeah, the evilness. 2 Enemy Controller. This is a card I side deck in Cubics as well. The whole point is basically, if I'm going against metal foes and they can just spam a board of like 5 defense monsters, I want to have something that can get me at least some damage against that board. So I can use Enemy Controller to either like take one of their monsters, or I can use it to switch their monster to attack mode and try to get that extra damage I need. 2 Forbidden Chalice, again here to get over annoying monster, negate their effect, so I can actually go through and make my plays. 3rd Twin Twister, again back row is the bane of this deck's existence. And in case I go first, I have the 3 Solemn Strike and the 1 Torrential Tribute. The downside of this deck, not only consistency with Gem-Knight Fusion, but also you just have no defense in this deck at all. So it's nice going first to have these cards that can just be a blowout, especially since the opponent wouldn't really see these cards coming in Gem-Knights. So that's why I do play them.
That and telling your opponent no is always a nice thing to do.
Yeah, it is very nice. It's a thing that I like to do in other decks. So that is it for this deck profile of my second place Gem-Knight deck. Do hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again to Tyler for recording behind the camera, and I will catch you guys next time.